Welcome to Law Days and Lattes, the podcast where we blend the world of law and business with a warm cup of information and common sense. I'm your host, Sidney Wheelan, attorney, real estate investor, and business owner. Each week, we'll be your go-to source for legal insights, business advice, and so much more. Whether you're a seasoned professional, an ambitious entrepreneur, or simply someone seeking guidance, we'll have you covered. From navigating the legal landscape to empowering you with valuable business strategies, we'll explore the legal side of life and enjoy a virtual latte along the way. So, grab your favorite latte, get comfortable, and let's dive in to Law Days and Lattes. Welcome back to Law Days and Lattes. I'm your host, Sidney Wheelan, founder of the Wheelan Law Firm, now serving North Central Missouri families in two convenient locations, both Moberly and Carrollton. Have you ever thought you were heading for one destination, only to end up somewhere entirely different? That's exactly what happens in the new romantic comedy, The Wrong Paris. The main character, played by Miranda Cosgrove, is a young woman who dreams of going to art school in Paris, France. She enters a game show that promises her the chance to do just that. She packs her bags, ready for the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, and the grand adventure of a lifetime. But when the cameras roll, she discovers that the Paris they're talking about isn't France at all. It's Paris, Texas, just a few miles from where she grew up. At first, it feels like a cruel twist. The wrong Paris, the small-town Paris, the place she thought she left behind. And that hit home for me because, as many of my listeners know, I grew up in a Paris of my own, Paris, Missouri. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved growing up in Paris. It's a small town with good people, community roots, and a rhythm of life that stays with you no matter where you go. But even as a kid, I knew I wanted more than just one experience of the world. I didn't want my story to be limited to either loving my hometown or exploring the world. I, of course, wanted both. And eventually, I did get to have both. I've traveled a lot. I've enjoyed the view from the top of the Eiffel Tower, wandered the Louvre, felt God's presence in the Basilica, and I've seen more of the world than I ever imagined back when I was a little girl looking down Main Street in Paris, Missouri. Here's the life lesson I took from all of this, and what the movie, The Wrong Paris, reminded me of. We're often told that life is a series of choices. Stay home or leave. Be practical or be creative. Have a career or have a family. But what if the real secret is that life isn't about or? It's about and. You can love your small town roots and stretch your wings. You can take care of responsibilities and follow your passions. You can embrace where you came from and chase where you want to go. The wrong Paris moments in our lives, the times when we think we've missed out or ended up in the wrong place, sometimes turn out to be the lessons we need most. They remind us that we don't have to settle for one version of life. We can hold more than one thing at once. So I want to leave you with a question today. Where in your life are you telling yourself it has to be one or the other, when maybe it could be both? Because sometimes the wrong Paris isn't wrong at all. It's just the place that teaches us the right lesson. I'd love to hear your own wrong Paris story. Those moments when life surprised you, when the detour taught you something you couldn't have learned otherwise. Share your story with me, and let's remind each other, life doesn't have to be either or. It can be more. As I hinted at something more in my last podcast, I'm still working on something I'm really excited to share with you soon. It's a space designed just for folks like us, a community where we can connect, collaborate, and support each other in building wealth and legacy, growing our businesses, staying healthy, and living a life filled with adventure and meaning. Along with the podcast, I'll be offering workshops, resources, and opportunities together with other professionals who want to not just grow, but to truly thrive. I can't wait to tell you more, so stay tuned in the coming weeks for how you can be a part of this new community. Thanks for joining me today on Law Days and Lattes. Until next time, my friends, think about some of your beliefs that have limited you in the past, and think about how you can enjoy more in your life. So grab your favorite latte and take one step closer to your best future. Until next time, I'm Sidney Wheelan, and this has been Law Days and Lattes.
This podcast episode contains general information for discussion purposes only. Each case is different and must be judged on its own merits. Missouri rules generally prohibit lawyers from advertising that they specialize in particular areas of the law. This show should not be construed to suggest such specialization. Nothing on this show should be taken as legal advice for any individual case or situation. This information is not intended to create an attorney-client relationship, and the listening or viewing of this podcast does not constitute an attorney-client relationship. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.